The mega CNBC TV18 exclusive news break. What is Cyrus Mistry's side of the story? CNBC TV18 accessed a 5-page letter where Mistry makes scathing attacks on the Tata Sons Board, alleges he was pushed into the position of a lame duck chairman. Tata Motors vendors and his post Cyrus Mistry's ouster hope that the strategy shared a fortnight ago will not be shelved. That's an exclusive. There will be more high-profile exits at the Tata Group in the days to come. MD and CEO of Indian Hotels, Rakesh Sarna, may be the first to face the axe. That's another exclusive. Cyrus Mistry was not sacked because of the failure of the Tata Steel's UK business. British steel magnate Lord Swaraj Paul tells CNBC TV18 that the UK steel business suffered due to the bad decisions of the British government and Mistry can't be blamed for it. Over the last 2 hours, we have been getting you all the top voices, a host of experts to help you decode what Mistry's letter means and what the road ahead could be to the biggest boardroom battle corporate India has seen, at least one of them. Roy Rickhuss, General Secretary of the UK Steel Union, and senior journalist Arun Giri spoke to us earlier. Here's a slice of that conversation.
Giri is with us as well, Latha. I think Arun Giri is with us as well, and you know he's been on top of this story. Arun, you've heard the details of the 5-page letter. Cyrus Mistry there defending some of the decisions that he's taken, saying very clearly that how can you have me replaced on the basis of non-performance, giving his report card in that sense, and also questioning the legacy that he had to deal with, questioning the fact that he was not really given a free hand as was committed to him earlier. He calls himself a lame duck chairman. You've been speaking with Tata insiders now. What's the sense that you get in terms of the response that is likely to come?
A bit surprised. I spoke to one of the group executive directors who's been telling us for the last couple of days, 48 hours, that he does not expect Mr. Mistry to, to engage in a spat with the Tata board and probably would have expected a quieter exit from him. This letter, Shereen, it's extremely important for the reason that it is setting the stage for what is to come. I'm trying to still, gather my thoughts on this, but my first reaction would be, and maybe we could run this past some corporate law experts, is this the first step towards filing some sort of a petition in the National Company Law Tribunal? It is setting the base that injustice has been done to me. And not only that, it is to say that I was trying to clean up the mess that was left behind, alleged mess that was left behind, and I was not given a free hand, and the interference that was there was not in the best interest of the company.
Arun, would you say that with so much now in the public domain, a pullback or a resolution of courts is not possible? You think the two sides may not climb down after reaching this point?
We've seen bigger battles. We've seen much more nastier battles. Between two fiercely contested camps several times in the last couple of decades or more, and where we've had resolutions.
No. So you think it may go to court? No. Is it possible?
I would not rule it out. And especially given the fact, one of the reasons you mentioned, Latha, very aptly, that Mr. Ratan Tata reached out to the government. We all know when other corporate battles have happened, the government officially may not have taken a stand, but behind the scenes has always put pressure for some sort of a rapprochement and understanding and resolution. What is to say that the government, one of the group directors told me, Tata is a national wealth. If it is a national wealth, can the government sit quiet? Will they initiate a backroom channel dialogue? Absolutely. If you ask me, absolutely yes. They will.
Shereen?
Yeah. Latha, eventually perhaps this is headed to the courts. We don't know yet. Of course, as we pointed out, that grounds have been prepared. But just for the benefit of our viewers who may just be tuning in as well, let's just very carefully, and Latha, you've had the benefit of going through this letter in much more detail, so I'll toss it back to you. But I think the sum and substance through this letter, this is now going to pose serious problems for the Tata Group. This goes beyond Cyrus Mistry's replacement. This also begs the question, who would, an outsider, if we're talking talking about bringing an outsider in, and as I pointed out, names like Indra Nui and Arun Shereen have been doing the rounds. Why would somebody want to come into an atmosphere which is so vitiated and where clearly, you've got an exiting chairman saying that I was not given a free hand? You've got all kinds of problems. You've got a financial problem as well. This begs the question on the succession problem as well, Latha, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And, within the family, perhaps the youngest person really is Noel Tata. If for an outsider, this is a very bad example. Even the minority shareholder, after being given an assurance that he will be given independence, was circumscribed by this external force that apparently Mr. Ratan Tata was. So, a candidate, someone like Indra Nui or other names that are floating would think several times before getting into their shoes, going by what Cyrus Mistry's letter tells them. As well, within the group, where do you have to look? It's not as if there are a zillion options. So, it will have to be one of the group company chairmen, perhaps, that they will think of, people who have been recently elevated to the board. It's not as if there are too many options within the group either. Therefore, trouble ahead, no two ways in terms of succession.
Hi, Roy. Thanks very much for joining us on CNBC-TV18. We're just, poring over the details of a letter that's been written by Cyrus Mistry to the directors of Tata Sons, specifically on the issue of Tata Steel. Roy, when we last chatted with you, you said that you would be writing to Ratan Tata and you would ask him to pause and do a fresh thinking as far as the UK business is concerned. Have you written to Ratan Tata? Has there been any communication from the Tatas to you post the decision for Cyrus Mistry's exit?
Well, we have made contact with Tata in Mumbai. We've requested a meeting with Ratan Tata, but it's far too early to expect a response to our request. We only made the request yesterday, so we're waiting to hear from Tata in Mumbai if they will be able to meet us to discuss the developments of this week.
Okay, so you have reached out to them, but you haven't heard yet from the Tatas. Roy, I would imagine that... Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, of course. I mean, we have done that on behalf of all of the European businesses. In Europe, we have a European Works Council, and we met yesterday, and the European Works Council have obviously reached out to Rata to ask for discussions. It's a very positive request. There's no, we're not being negative at all. We're saying that we want to meet you to talk positively about the European operations and what we now need to do to create sustainable businesses in Europe. We're aware that we have challenges, but we're prepared to help and support Tata to meet those challenges. But obviously, we would seek a meeting to clarify what the strategy now is. But so it's a very positive request that we've made.